Hello everybody, this is Coach Jay at Sherpa Fit, and I wanted to talk to you today about Race-Mania. And if you haven't had the chance to attend or you don't know what Race-Mania is, it's a summit and expo that is geared at like the beginning of the season, kind of get people motivated and get us into, the tri-season mindset. So this is not my first Race-Mania event. I attended in 2015, I believe. They were here in Washington, D.C. at American University. But yesterday we were in Boston, Massachusetts at Boston University. And it was a wonderful event. So first off, it's almost free. I think it's about $7 to register online, or $5. $5 online, or $7 to register at the door. And the only thing that you have to pay for are the different like workshops and clinics if they have a charge. So like they did a freestyle stroke clinic, they did running clinics, they did bicycle time trials. So anything that you can think of to kind of get you into the mood to start training for the season was offered. In addition to that, they do seminars and workshops. And so I actually paid for the VIP VIP package, because it was you got to meet and greet with Tio and Rennie. For those of you who don't know, Miranda Caffrey is the three-time Ironman world champion. And then her husband, Tim O'Donnell, is a two-time Ironman champion. And like, I think that says a lot. They're known as triathlon's fastest couple, which, I mean, come on, if you have that title, you're pretty badass. So I have always idolized Rennie, because when I got into the sport of triathlon, when I started to step up my distance and actually got, into the longer distance, she was the one that was there, that was the front runner. And she's always so humble and so approachable. And it's just like her energy is so positive. It's always like kind of drawn me in. So, I promised my husband I wouldn't be weird about it, but actually getting to meet them was like one of my biggest dreams come true as an athlete and just as a person. And then to meet them and they be just such awesome people, it was, yeah, like it was completely worth flying up to Boston. And I flew in Saturday night. They had a charity event that night that I missed, where they did another meet and greet, and they actually raised money for Naval Special Operations charity. Once again, I tell you, like, they're give back people. They're pretty phenomenal. But Expo Day yesterday, we got to do a shakeout run with Rennie and Tio. And for you that don't know, I mean, they can hold 6-minute miles for a marathon. So they dialed it back significantly to run with their fan base. And we met over at their hotel lobby, and we went on about a 2-mile run through the streets of Boston. And for those of you who don't know, Weston Hotels does a run concierge service, where they'll take you out and run with you and show you the town that you're staying in. So awesome opportunity. We actually got to run over the Boston marathon finish line. Some of us, that's probably the closest we're gonna get to it, unless we run for charity. So I have been to the Boston finish line now. And then we went back to the hotel and had a, light breakfast, where they talked and interacted with everyone. And when I say, like, they're just truly humble people, they engaged with everyone on a kind of a personal level. You never once felt like they were being forced there to hang out with you. And it was just a really good time. So definitely worth it. The VIP package was $69. I'm sorry, I paid more for food before, so I'm very happy with the money that I spent. And then we went on to meet at the expo. They did another meet and greet. Yeah, I got line and got another picture. Hey, don't get mad at me. I paid $69 to see these people, so I was gonna be everywhere that they were at. But but I didn't get in trouble. I didn't make it weird. Um, and then I attended some seminars. So the first seminar I attended was with Meredith Atwood. And for those of you who know her or don't know her, she goes by Swim Bike Mom. And her speech was on the art of moving forward. And I will tell you, like, Meredith is a phenomenal person, and not just an athlete. Sometimes we get so tied to what they do. But she came into the sport at a time where people who look like her weren't prominent in the sport, and that is the heavier women. And she actually got into the sport after joining a gym accidentally because she was going to get free cookies. And like, it's a crazy, funny story. But she has inspired so many. And I remember coming into the sport as an African American female, there weren't other athletes that look like me. And so while it's not exactly the same, it's very similar. So I really enjoy interacting with her, like I said, because as a black female in this sport, we've dealt with similar challenges. And then the next speaker we had was Nancy Clark. That was the second seminar that I went to, and it was a very necessary conversation in terms of good food, bad food, and training as a triathlete. And I mean, there's so many different diets and things going around. So where do you fit in? Like, can you be Whole 30 and a Ironman? Things like gluten free, or hey, I'm paleo. Or like, my question for her was intermittent fasting. Like, this is a big thing now. So how do we advise our athletes when this is another challenge that coaches have to deal with, is your athletes' nutritional challenges. And so that was a very good session. And then we had the keynote address with TL and Reddy. And like, I mean, I've already said it, they're awesome people. So I really enjoyed that. And then we went on to Dave McGilray, who is the Boston Marathon race director, and his speech defining moments was like wonderful. And he talked about how, I mean, he didn't want to grow up to be a race director. He wanted to grow up to be an athlete, but you know, sometimes life and circumstances and things aren't on your side. And so being able to identify those moments that are leading you to your destiny. And he talked about the art of being relevant, and I think that that's something that's very important, especially in nowadays, is making sure that you are relevant in the field that you enjoy being in. So he just finished, he did the 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days, which is one of my bucket list events. I mean, and he runs the Boston Marathon every year, and he may not run it at the same time as everybody who comes in to run it, especially as the race director. So he talks about how after they close the race, he goes out and runs the race, like runs the entire course every year. And I think that's just a testament to, like, if you want to do something, if you say you're going to do something, you can absolutely do it. It doesn't always have to look the way that you want it to look or way you thought it would look, but you can get it done. And then so there were lots of vendors and different booths. I actually bought these glasses there because they said they don't move when you run. But it's just a great entry into the season. So once again, if you have the opportunity, if you have the chance, I highly recommend that you go to these types of events. There are not a lot of events out there for triathletes, so we really have to go out and support the ones that exist. So yeah, please let me know in the comments if you have any other questions in reference to this specific event or any other events that are going on. I try to attend as much as I can. I believe my next event is the Diversity in Aquatics conference in April. So I will be sure to leave a review about that as well. And then if you're interested in multi-sports coaching and you want to be a part of I Am Sherpa Fit, my website is www.iamsherpafit.com. And once again, like I said, I coach all athletes. Like, I want to see more women of color out there. You know, we are really missing out on a awesome opportunity to participate in a community that is so amazing. And then if you have any questions in regards to triathlon, becoming a triathlete, anything, please post them down in the comments. You can visit that website, and I'll be sure to get back to you. And I'm also posting other videos in regards to triathlons, because that's what I do and that's what I love, and I want more people to love it with me. So have a great day, and thank you.